everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and build this base game Family Home. So this is up on the gallery now if you'd like to go ahead and download it for yourself. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1 and I think it came in just around let's think for a second. I think it was like 180,000 simoleons, which is a little bit expensive I guess in some ways, but it is a fairly, large home I suppose. It has 3 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, probably a little bit too many bathrooms, but I had a little bit of extra space and I always just put a bathroom in if I have a little bit of extra space, so that's what I went ahead and did. So this is on a 30 by 30 lot, which I think we only have one of those in game in Newcrest, but it probably will fit on a 30 by 20 as well, or even bigger. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it on a 30 by 20. I was thinking that maybe 30 by 20 was a little bit too small, but it probably would have been an alright size and I wouldn't have so much blank space around the edges of the lot. So if you like to downsize it, then you can. In case you don't know, when you download something off the gallery, it does tell you what lot it was built on, like what size lot it was built on, but you can, if you want to, do it on and put it like on a different size lot when you place it down, but that might mean that, some bits of it will get chopped off, but I don't think it will in this build. So this took me about 2 hours, which is a little bit longer than I thought it would take. It's probably because, well, I thought, like, I'm having to focus on everything I was doing to make sure that was base game, and also because I was listening to a podcast while I was doing it. Which was one of Little Simsies. I normally listen to her podcasts quite a lot of the time. Not always when I'm building, but I do like to watch them. Recently I have been actually, well, I don't really watch them when I'm building because I like to just have the Sims and my recording software open while I'm building something and recording, because otherwise if I have other things running on my computer it always makes it laggy, so I always like to just have those open. So if I'm going to be watching something on like a YouTube video while I'm doing a build or something, then I'd normally get my laptop out or something, but for this I just listen to it on my phone. And I don't know why I think about that, because sometimes I can talk about stuff relating to which has context relating to something that is showing you on camera since she records it as well, but then a lot of the time I just listen to it, so it feels like I'm missing out on some areas, but it's alright. So this build is around, I think it's just exactly 20 minutes long, this video, which is the video, the actual recording process of it, the actual, oh my god, I can't speak, the actual building process, there we go, of the home is just over 18 minutes, and then we've got screenshots for the rest of it. There's quite a few rooms in this home, so there are quite a few screenshots. So in terms of me cutting out bits of the actual video itself, I didn't really do that for today's video, which is something quite surprising, because sometimes, I know a lot of people tell me this, that they don't like it when I cut out loads of bits of the video, because sometimes what I like to do is, because it takes me sometimes quite a lot of time to do big builds, so what I like to do is maybe just for each room, I'll show you a little bit, a little portion of that, maybe a little bit of the video of me building the start of that room and then the end of it, and cut out the middle bit, which is a little bit boring and me just trying to decide what I'm going to do. But sometimes some people like that and some people don't, but I always put screenshots, and if it's a big room I put multiple angles of it at the end of the video, so you can always see them there as well. But for this video I tried not to do that, which meant this video is a little bit longer than usual. I don't normally have my videos this long, but that's alright. So yeah, today's actually the 6th of September. I think this is going up, I don't know, let me see here, I think it's going up sometimes on the week beginning the 18th, I think, something around there. I'm kind of pre-recording a little bit because today was actually my first day of college back, which is so depressing to think about. I've been off on summer holidays for so long. And, oh my god, I was in my first lesson this morning, well, not really I'm going to explain what happened today because it was a little bit weird, but I was sitting there in my, we call it a form class, I don't know what it's called in other, around the world. It's basically where you go for registration and stuff, because our college in the UK works a little bit like a school, and I'll also explain that in a second. So I was sitting there waiting for the teacher to start and stuff, and I was kind of just looking through my phone at all the pictures that I took through the summer holiday, and it kind of just making me really depressed because I'm back in a classroom now. But, yeah, well, today wasn't actually a proper day because, well, there's a couple of things. My school is really disorganized. The people who run it are they're a mess. It's all over, kind of like me. So basically what happened was, our school started at 8:55, and I know I'm saying school, I mean college, but I'll explain what I mean by why I keep saying school and not college in a minute as well. So it normally starts at 8:55. Everybody has to be in at 8:55, even if you don't have a class first, because you have to go in for registration, which is so annoying. So we went in there, and I was kind of in the car waiting, because I was a little bit early, so I just sat in the car for a bit. But then, because I got dropped off, which was kind of lucky, so I went in, and I didn't really see anybody walking up to school that I recognised. I know it was a new year, so there'll be new people coming to the year, but I couldn't see anybody in my year group, so I was a little bit confused. So I texted a few people asking, "Are we definitely in today?" And it didn't start until 11:30, so I was like 2 hours or so early. So I went back home. Oh my god, and there were some people who did go in there, but like they weren't getting dropped off or anything, so they wouldn't be able to go home and come back. So some people actually just stay there for the full 2 hours, like just sitting there doing nothing, so which is a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, so when that happened, so I went back at 11:30 because like all we had to do was pick up our timetables today, which was great because I thought we might have some lessons or something, but luckily we didn't. So all I had to do was we're going to, get our timetables. So I went back in at 11:30, and then I got into my place, like the room where they're giving out the timetables, but we actually found out that I have an hour to sit there for, because they had to do this little kind of like form room, sort of like, we call it tutorial. It's basically where they just talk about random things, like where I had to reflect on a previous and everything like that. So all that sort of stuff, that waste of time sort of stuff, but it wasn't really a waste of time. Some of it was, but so that happened, and then finally we got our timetables at the end of that. So I went in from like 11:30 to 12:30. So I left at like 12:30 when we got our timetables, but of course, being me, there was a problem with my timetable. So because this year I'm actually starting a new course, you may have heard me speak of this in previous speed builds. That sounded really posh there, how I said that. Oh my god. Anyway, so I'm actually picking up an ICT course this year, and I'll be doing that along with business and psychology, which I also did last year. So I got my timetable, and I looked like, this looks a little bit empty. Like I had lots of free periods, and I was like, this doesn't seem quite right. And I was looking at it a little bit more, and they haven't even put my new course, ICT, those lessons on my timetable. So, oh my god, I got like really, really excited for a second, because I was thinking, oh my god, I have all this free time without it being lessons, and it's like, oh my god. But then I realised, oh no, that's wrong, I'm probably going to be here all day now. So yeah, so that happened, and then I had to go back to kind of like the office where they kind of deal with everything. So I went there to go ahead and get my timetable sorted out, to ask them to like just talk about it, see what happened, and then for them to redo it. So I went there, but then what happened was there was like maybe over 100 other people who this happened to. So the line from the office was literally out. It's like a huge big room, which we call our common room, which is kind of just like a place you can go if you have a free lesson or something. So it's that, and then inside that big room is another smaller room leading to the office. So there was, going out of that office, there's like a little hallway area going into the office room. So that hallway area is full. The whole common room was full, like a line going all the way through it, with people waiting to go and see someone. So I was there for ages waiting for somebody to come, and then like they ended up getting the staff to come along the line and like just speak to people like along the line to save time waiting for everybody to go up to the desk and talk one-on-one. So they finally came to me, and I told them about the problem. They kind of knew what was happening. I thought I was like the only one, but I was glad I wasn't. So they knew what happened with it. So for some reason, everybody who was taking new courses, the new courses didn't print on their timetables, which is really weird. But anyway, so yeah, and because today, for some reason, the first day of school, it meant that I had to oh no, so yeah, I'm total mess today. It's because it was the first day of school, all the printers wasn't working either, so I had to wait until tomorrow now to go ahead and actually, wait for my timetable. So tomorrow morning, I don't know when I'm supposed to get my timetable, I don't know where any of my new classes are, so yeah, I'm a little bit stressed about that, but at least I'm not the only one, so I think it'll be okay. So yeah, like I was mentioning earlier about how I say about college being, I say sometimes called school, well, our college is actually part of a high school. In the UK, college, well, in the US, college means university, but for us those are two different things. College is the 2 years you go to before then going on to university. With this 2-year thing that's going on called college, well, that sounded weird, that we actually call it sixth form. I don't know why 6 isn't really anything to do with it. I don't know why it's called 6. It's not like 6 years or anything. But yeah, that's what it's called. So in sixth form, you get these qualifications called A-levels, which you then need to get into university. So you can still go to sixth form, which I'm doing, and not go to university. But yeah, so also, another thing is, well, that's kind of like the end of that. I'll talk for most of the video. Today I'm actually recording this. It's also the first day of Sims Camp. I'm not going, by the way. That's kind of like sound I was going to say I'm going, but I'm not. There's actually, I was just looking at the list of attendees there, because during like this video, I just got a notification on my phone saying like a tweet, and there's quite a lot of people going actually. Quite a few of my friends are going too, so I'm a little bit jealous that I'm missing out. But you know, maybe one year. It's such like it would be such a dream come true to go, you know, Sims Camp 1 year, and I feel like we'll all get that opportunity one day. It's such an amazing place, and a lot of my friends who, like, in my community who I go to, also go there quite a lot, so, you know, it'll be a good chance to maybe meet some Simmers in real life. I've never actually met a Simmer in real life, but, you know, there's a few of my friends who normally go, like, Spring Sims, Next Year and Sims X, so it'll be nice one year to go with them, and yeah, so I'll just have to see if that comes true in the future, but I'm really excited, nevertheless, of Cats and Dogs coming out, which I'm so excited for. I have so many ideas of what I could do with that. Now, I'm not going to be doing a Let's Play on Cats and... Well, I might. I haven't really decided, because I know everybody in the Mothers is going to be doing a Cats and Dogs Let's Play, so I'm not really too sure what I want to do. I'm having an idea of how I could maybe incorporate, you know, how I could maybe incorporate like the expansion pack into a Let's Play, or maybe start a new Let's Play but not call it Cats and Dogs is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm trying to think of that. I've got a few ideas coming about, and just have to wait and see. And of course, I'll be doing like lots of speed builds and create sims and everything like normal, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I have so many build ideas, I can't wait to get started. And the new world looks absolutely fantastic. Brindle Bay. Wait, is that what it's called? Brindle? I can't even think how it's called. Oh well, but the new world looks amazing, the coastal world, and I can't wait to start building in there. And like I said, I have a few ideas for that, and I think it's going to be really great. So lots of things coming up on my channel from like November once Cats and Dogs comes out. In the meantime, from now, since another thing is that I actually uploaded every day in August, but now since we're back into September, I'm not actually doing daily uploads anymore. I just did that in August as a 1 month like one-off thing, since, you know, normally don't upload every day because of college and things, and sometimes I don't really have time to do that. But I'm still going to be uploading 5 times a week now. That is my regular, my regular schedule is 5 times a week, which is now going to be starting again from this month until the near future. I don't know when I'm going to be doing daily uploads again, but so you know, only 2 days less. So yeah. So what I was going to say, well, I haven't really talked about the house, which is kind of surprising, because a lot of the time I just talk about the house for the full video, and then I never talk about, like, other things which people would like me to talk about, but, yeah, so like I said, this is a base game home. Now, what actually happened was, I thought I'd stuck to base game the whole time, which took me quite some time to do, and I made sure I had the filters on as much as I could to make sure I didn't mistake that. But I actually ended up getting, I uploaded to the gallery, and I just double checked to make sure I definitely didn't put any base game stuff on, and it said items used in this build get together. So I was like, oh my god. So I spent ages looking around, and then I actually realised if you go into the gallery and it says like items used from this build or something, it says like the pack name, and then it says underneath it this little like the hyperlink thing, and it says see more details or something, and I thought, oh, it just takes you just something to show you what Get Together is all about and stuff like that. But actually it shows you that like the build mode and create some items that the pack entails, like it does from the Sims 4 home screen. But what it actually else does, it says a little, there's like another tab which says items used from this pack in this build, and it shows you specifically everything that was used in that build from the pack, which is so great because it made my life 100 times easier. And all I used from the pack was a shelf. A shelf, all of that trouble, and it was literally a shelf. Oh my god. So it's in the kitchen. May have seen it was like a rustic one, and I did go back, like I did that off camera. I went back and took it out before I uploaded it again to the gallery. But yeah, so that was a little bit of a pain, but you know, oh well. So yeah, we're just working on this bedroom here, which is the master bedroom. So it's a pretty decent size. It's got a nice big fireplace in there as well. It also has another build, sorry, not another build really, another bedroom, which is kind of got like a green colour scheme, more of like a spare bedroom and maybe like a teenager age. So it's more of like a mature bedroom, I guess you could say, not really a kid's bedroom. I did actually do a kid's bedroom in this, which we'll get onto in just a minute. So that would be like an orangey yellow sort of colour scheme in there. So yeah, because sometimes I don't really do kids' bedrooms that often, because I feel like recently I've been doing a lot more traditional builds and things, which haven't then like a big like colourful, well, sometimes not a big, but sometimes like just a kid's room which is all colourful. I never really think it's like it fits the scheme or like the colour scheme of it. So yeah. So, what else was I going to say? I'm trying to think here. Well, that's the other thing. I didn't do a toddler's room, which I should have done maybe, because if you're thinking about a family moving in here, you go for toddler, then to a child. So, I don't know. There's maybe space. I guess there could be space. If you maybe... Well, there's actually dormers on the top, which could maybe be expanded slightly to make a third floor if you like to. So, yeah, I really like the kids' room. Pretty small, pretty... Well, I didn't really stick to it. I was going to say pretty cheap, but it's not. It isn't really a budget build. Sometimes I keep like thinking I want to say that because it's base game. I don't know why, because some of the items look a little bit more cheaper than other ones we have in game, but yeah, so we're just working on this bit up here, which is just kind of like a little hallway area. Just put like a seating area and a little computer chair sort of thing there as well, a little bookshelf on the wall as well, which I don't really use those wall bookshelves too often actually. And yeah, so I think that is pretty much it for the build today. I don't really have anything else to say for the voiceover. I know I don't really like to end the voiceovers that early, but we've only got like up until like the 18-minute mark is when the actual video stops, and then I normally stop talking anyway, so you know, it's not really that of a big deal once in a while. But yeah, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and end this because I'm a little bit pushed for time today. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else left for me to say. Not really. Make sure you go ahead and download it from the gallery. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1, and if you have any other requests that you'd like to see in terms of things that you want to see, then make sure you leave that down below in the comment section, as I'd be really willing to see what you have ideas, well, oh my god, I can't speak, what your ideas about, and see what I can do, because like I said, this was a requested build, and it's sometimes nice to do things, because I know not everybody has all the packs, and sometimes I don't really kind of restrict myself. I just like to use what I want in my builds and things like that, so to do this sometimes is kind of nice, but it is a bit stressful and hard for me to do. But yeah, so really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to leave you here with the rest of this video. There's only like a minute left or so before the screenshots. Make sure in the comment section down below you let me know what you think, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!